So we're continuing our discussion now on validation options in the dialog component. So I'm going to go now to the state field and type an invalid value in, and when I tab out you can see there's no error message because we don't have immediate validation turned on. But when I submit the data, basically the validation error appears. So let's go back now to the state field, and you can see that right now the immediate validation is only set to client side. So when the user tabbed out, there was no Ajax callback. So let's go now and say client side and server side. So now when I go back now and I run my grid, I go to the state field and I type XX and then I tab out. As soon as I tabbed out, Alpha 5 did an Ajax callback to validate the data, and you can see there it says not a valid state. So the ability to do real-time validation, real-time server-side validation on a field is actually really powerful, and you've probably seen this functionality in place on websites where you go to sign up for a new account and you type in, say, the username that you'd like, and as soon as you tab out of the username field, you get a response back in the browser showing you whether you've typed in a username that is available or is not available. Obviously that's done by making an Ajax callback as soon as the user typed out of the field, and using this functionality in the dialog component you could easily build that type of functionality in yourself. So the last issue that I'd like to discuss here on the difference between field validation and dialog validation is this error over here. You can see when I said if I type in the word alpha and then hit submit, I'm going to get this error saying that if the company is alpha, the only valid name is John Jones. So if I go there and type in John Jones and then hit submit now, you can see that that error now has gone away. So that was a dialog level validation. So that rule is not defined for any particular column, but if I go to my server-side events, you can see here one of the events is called dialog validate, and this event is executed on the server when the user hits the submit button. And you can see here that it tells you inside the help for the function that all of the data that the user submitted is inside e.data submitted. So just for a shortcut here, so that I don't have to keep on typing e.data submitted, I've just simply said dim ds as p and then ds equals e.data submitted. So now I can refer to the data that was submitted using ds rather than the more wordy e.data submitted. So here I'm going to say if the company was alpha, then if the first name and last name were not equal to John Jones, then set this property dialog.validate has error to true, and then specify what the actual error message is. So the dialog validate event handler is extremely powerful. You can write arbitrarily complex Xbasic code here to specify errors that should be displayed on the dialog. So now let's pause now and pick this up in the next video.